Now let's visit with World War II veteran Thomas Alvis.
And I got a good job with Basin Company, and I was doing real well. And in 1941, I got this postcard from FDR, drafted me for 1 year. I said, well, so I was drafted for 1 year. And I was going to get out in the spring of 42. War came along in December, of course. Fort Ontario, I finished my basic training and everything, and they sent me to Fort Ontario, New York. And I was in my barracks that Sunday afternoon. It was cold, snowy, and so we was all laying there, and it said Pearl Harbor has been attacked. We thought Pearl Harbor was maybe a woman that raped or something, you know. We didn't know where Pearl Harbor was, more than a rabbit. And anyway, they finally told us what had happened. Then the siren went off in the fort there. Within 24 hours, we had our trucks loaded, our guns and everything ready. We never got any rest, I don't think, any sleep for don't tell them how many hours. So we went into Guadalcanal with our troops, the Army, to reinforce the Marines there. And we got there just about in time before they almost got us. We lost 7,000 men. But in January 1942, we were fighting 3 countries at the same time. Italy, Germany, and Japan, all at the same time. And the people of the United States had bonded together. We'd lost that war, and you and I wouldn't be here today. There were several times over there, and I wouldn't give 10 cents my chance of ever coming out alive. But I came out. There were 119 of us in my battery went over in January of 42. And 45 months later, 29 of us came back, and that's been 67 years ago, and I'm the only one living. I had met this young lady when I was in college, and we corresponded. We'd just come out of combat. We cleaned our guns and everything, had mail call. But oh boy, I had several letters, had a letter from my girlfriend. I opened it, and it said, "Dear Tommy, when you get this letter, I'll be married." I said, oh my God, can this be true? She said, "You're a lovely man, I loved you, you're sweet, you're kind, you're the sweetest thing I ever knew." But it says, listen to this is what blew my mind. It said, "I didn't know when or if you'd be back." And that really got to me. So anyway, from that day on, I never seen or heard of her ever. You know, when I got back out of service, and for the first 2 years I had nightmares every night, screaming, yelling, hollering. My mother would wake me up. Been married about 2 months. Said, "Tom, you never have told me about your experience in service, where you were, what you did, whatever happened to you. I'm your wife, I want to know." I said, "Well, sit down and I'll tell you." And about almost 2 hours, I got through, she was in shock. I told her, I said, "I'm going to tell you one thing. I never want to talk about it again." And for 66 years, him and Russ, I never told anybody about my service except, yes, I was in the Army, and that's all I ever said.
When you look back on your experience, what makes you the proudest of you?
The fact that I fought for the country. I knew over there that we were over there for that mission. It made me proud that I was able to fight for the country.
This program is dedicated to all the servicemen and women who have given not only of themselves, but for many, their lives in defense of this country. Thanks for watching, and as we breathe the air of freedom, let's be sure to thank a serviceman or woman. We'll see you next time.